Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how Greta Gerwig eyed to direct the Chronicles of Narnia movies for Netflix. I recently found out that we were going to get a new set of Chronicles of Narnia movies. I have to say that I really enjoyed the three that we got, and I was disappointed that, well, still am today, that we aren't getting Chronicles of Narnia like the rest of the books with the original cast. So it does make me sad in that area because I really like Georgie Henley's portrayal of Lucy. I did like Anna Popplewell's portrayal as Susan. I liked William Moseley and Skander Keenes's portrayals as Peter and Edward, and I really loved Tilda Swinton. I had to look it up on Google to make sure I got her name right. But Tilda Swinton's portrayal as the White Witch, I enjoyed it. And I'm just sad we aren't getting movies for the fourth Narnia movie and the others, which I'm not exactly sure how many Chronicles of Narnia books there are. I think there are 7. Let me go fact check that. So I was right. There are 7 Chronicle of Narnia books. So I'm really sad that we didn't get the other way. Like 5, 6, 7, 4 movies in the series of books in terms of movies. That makes sense. Anyways, let's give this article a read, shall we? Greta Gerwig is reportedly being eyed to direct 2 installments of Netflix Chronicles of Narnia films after the streamer secured the rights to C.S. Lewis novels in 2018. The Chronicle of Narnia is the name given to Lewis' classic 7-novel run through his fantasy world, something he made at the same time his buddy J.R.R. Tolkien was conjuring elvish verbs for his Mid-Earth novel. The works of Lewis has been purchased by Netflix with an eye towards their mega fantasy franchise. What's on Netflix has released a new report that not only is Netflix starting to move forward to their acquisition, but that they've been eyeing Gerwig, the Lady Bird and Little Woman director, who recently been hard at work at her Barbie movie. Oh, she's the one who's gonna make the Barbie movie. Okay. Based on the Metal doll for Warner Bros. Netflix reaching out to Gerwig to direct the first 2 entries of the new Chronicles of Narnia franchise, with no word on if the film will be adaptations of one book or more than one. The outlet also notes that Netflix is likely to have Gerwig helm the 2 Chronicles of Narnia films, suggesting talks with filmmakers will go well. I think that the reason why I think like Lion the Witch of the Wardrobe and Prince Caspian were received fairly well was because, or let's just rephrase that. I think the reason why the 3 Narnia movies, for people like me, were received well is because they didn't combine 2 stories in one. They had one overall story for each movie, and they stuck with it. And I don't want them to do I don't want them to bite off more than they can chew. And I'm not saying that combining Lion, Whistle, the Wardrobe, and Prince Caspian can't work, because it can. But if they potentially play their cards right, potentially can. I don't know. I haven't read the books of the Narnia to really validate that statement, but if it's possible to get it to work, they have to play their cards right. But I can't really see that happening. So I think it would be beneficial if they take one book per movie. And I'm hoping this time we will see the completion in movie form. I mean, nothing can beat the original cast for me with Scanner Keenest, Georgie Henley, William Mosley, and Anna Popplewell. I'm sorry, but they will always be the Edmund, Lucy, Peter, and Susan for me. And even Tilda Swinton will always be the White Witch for me. For me. That's it. Let's go. Netflix first announced their acquisition of the Narnia rights back in 2018. Shortly after, word dropped that Matthew Ulrich, one of the writers behind Coco and Lightyear, will be their creative architect, overseeing the direction of the franchise is going to go. This is similar to how Disney let Andrew Adamson of Shrek and Shrek 2 oversee The Lion, the Witch, the Wardrobe, and Prince Caspian. The Chronicles of Narnia has seen two major attempts at adaptation to date. The charmingly hokey BBC take from the late 1980s, which I didn't even know they had one back then. I'm more familiar with the Disney trilogy then, and the Disney films from the early 2000s. They used the Lord of the Rings brain trust at Weta to help them come to life. Gerwig, who moved on to directing from her earlier career as an actor, has been critically acclaimed for everything she touched. Her mostly recent finished movie before Barbie was another adaptation of a novel, that of Louise May Alcott's Little Woman, the perennial classic. The film showed she has the chops for the smart adaptation, something the Narnia books will need. Netflix getting in on the fantasy game makes sense since Disney currently has Star Wars and Willow and Warner Bros. Disney owns Warner Bros. Now? That's news to me. Anyways, Discovery still has the rights to Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, and Lord of the Rings franchises. There's a ton left to take on after that, but there's not a ton left to take on after that. But Lewis' beloved novel have that same that I say can't read. But Lewis' beloved novels have the same global reach and the pop culture I am mispronouncing that word. Cache. Cliche? I don't know. Anyways, to make them a sound investment for anyone with an eye toward their blockbuster fantasy adventure series. Alright, sorry if I butchered that. Let me see how that word pronounced, because that's going to bug me. Apparently it's pronounced like cache. Okay, but anyways, I think this could help. Like, I was gonna say help. Sorry. I think if they play their cards right, this could be a worthy adversary for Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars, pretty much anything that Disney is doing and like Warner Bros is doing right now. I think this could be a worthy rival to that. Even though, actually no, I was gonna say even though Chronicles of Narnia is under Disney, but apparently they're not under Disney anymore. So I don't know. If it comes out on Netflix, if this goes through, because I'm kind of used to with Lucasfilm. I know this Netflix isn't like Lucasfilm, but I'm kind of used to with Lucasfilm when they announce something, it doesn't exactly fall through in recent years. So I'll wait for the trailer to come out before making like official pre-adjustments to the movie, but at the moment I would take it as cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, what do you guys think of this article? Are you guys excited for another Chronicles of Narnia series? Or are you like me and was like the one with the original cast, where Skener King as Jersey Henley, William Mosley, and Anna Popplewell, at least the Disney version, I should say, had finished their course before there ever being a reboot. Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have one over day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow mutants later. Later, taters.